Good evening, Panther fans, and welcome to week number 11 of our 2017 campaign. Panthers come into tonight's matchup with a record of 5-5, playing the Kosciusko Whippets up here in Kosciusko, Mississippi on a nice, cool night. Panthers finished up their district play last week and with a crushing upset to Forest Bearcats. Fought really hard for three quarters and just I think run out of gas in the fourth. So, but nevertheless, moving on, Panthers have a kind of an open date this week as far as district play. They're through with their district play. Have an opportunity to play for a number two or be a number 2 seed coming out of our district. A lot of things got to happen. Here comes your Panthers onto the field now. Panthers dressed out in white tonight, blue togs and blue helmet in their traditional traveling attire. But nevertheless, the Panthers we'll find out more tonight and tomorrow night. This is a Thursday night game. We'll find out tonight and tomorrow night where they're going to stand, whether they'll be a 2, 3, or 4 seed. So a lot of stuff to shake out between now and then. But nevertheless, the Panthers have a final regular season game of the year against the Kosciusko Whippets. Kosciusko won the toss and chose to receive, so looks like the Panthers will be kicking toward the entrance away from the scoreboard. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment. Perez on to do the kicking. Panthers going to pooch it up around the 30, and that's where Kosciusko will take the ball and going to get a good return back out to about almost midfield, about the 48-yard line. That's where the Whippets will start there, 1st and 10 when we come back. The Whippets running a similar offense that Panthers used to run years ago when David Parker was here. Very divisive Georgia Tech offense is what we call it. And first play goes for a loss of about 2, or maybe a gain of a yard. But nevertheless, bring up a second down, and let's just call it 10. We're going to stay with it. Just stay with it here on this next play. Looks like Kosciusko going a little no huddle, up tempo, so we'll have to stay with them. Kosciusko back looking to throw. He's going to throw it up and go for throw out for number 10, but Jarius White in there to break up that play, and then go incomplete. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. Third down and 10. Panthers need a big stop right here to try to get the ball back. Panthers don't know who did. I don't know if they. Oh, it's going to be on the Whippets. False start. I didn't think the Panthers jumped in the neutral zone. Panthers done a pretty good job this year defensively about not jumping on the those opportunities that they have to not mess up there, and they've done a good job this year on that part. I've been really pleased with the defensive execution there. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and really long now, and it's going to be another throw in, and pass is going to be complete to number 24. And I don't know what they looks like they're going to call him down back at the. No, I don't understand that. I don't see how in the world you can call him. He was down back at the 10. And the ball comes out, and the ground cannot cause a fumble, but get a look where we're playing at in Kosciusko, so we're not going to get that call. So quickly the Kosciusko Whippets go out in front, 6-0, and on to tag on the extra point, and not sure how in the world they could possibly call that a touchdown, but nevertheless, I guess it's where you're playing at. So Kosciusko steps out to a 7-0 lead, and we'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment. Kosciusko ready for the kickoff. Panthers have Vaughn Jennings and trying to see who the other one is, and looks like it's going to be taken by Davis at about the 20, and he's going to be upended right there at about the 22, 23 yard line, and that's where the Panthers will take over there, 1st and 10 when we come back. Panthers 1st and 10 with LaMarcus Nixon as your quarterback. Going to fake and keep it up the middle, and he's got some running room. He's out over the 30, out over the 40. He's still on his feet. He's down to the 40, and he's going to be run down at about the 25-yard line, but not after a very sizable gain. It's going to put the Panthers just outside of the red zone in one play. Good job, LaMarcus, seeing the lane and cutting it up and turning on the jet. So Panthers with a 1st and 10 down at the 26, 27 yard line. We got a stoppage on the play. I guess the officials need to check that and make sure they can't call a penalty for something. Look like they're fishing for something to call over there, maybe a sideline warning or something like that. But nevertheless, looks like now they got to confer with each other about it. Hey, we're Morton's broadcast, so we can be biased if we want to. But looks like they may have it straightened out now. So Panthers gonna have a little false start there, or maybe it was a defensive offside. We'll check that out and be back in just a moment. Panthers did catch the Whippets and offside. Gibbs going to be the Fairfield. He's going to barrel down to about the inside the 20 to about the 18. It's going to be close to a 1st down. We'll have to check the spot and see where they're at. It's going to be very close. It's going to be 2nd down and short. Looks like be a 2nd and a long one. Panthers love to keep this drive moving. It's going to be a 2nd down. And Fairfield's going to barrel up the middle, and looks like he's going to be close. We're going to have to see where they're going to mark it at. So we're going to step aside and catch our breath, and we'll come back in just a moment. 3rd down and short. LaMarcus is going to carry it, and looks like he's going to be hit and drove back. Looks like that play didn't develop right, or something went wrong. So like it's going to bring up a 4th down and about 2. So Panthers going to need to dial up something good right here. Don't want to stall this drive out this deep into Kosciusko territory. 4th down. Panthers going to go for it. Going to fake the jet sweep, and it looks like Panthers going to come up short. Looks like they're going to come up short, and Panthers will turn it over at the 20-yard line. That's where the Whippets will start their next drive, 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Whippets start their next drive. Going to be a long, tall sweep out, and the youngster's still on his feet. Still got some running room, and finally he's going to be upended there at about the 28-yard line. Be a good size pickup. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and call it a long 2. Whippets 2nd and 1. It's going to give to the 1st man through the full, but no. Quarterback kept, and big Kevin Walker in on the stop. Big KD in there to blow that play up. So it's going to be a 3rd down and loss of 3rd down and call it a 1. 3rd and 1. Panthers need to stop right here. It's going to be another tall sweep, and looks like Big Ken Jennings in on the stop. all the way back to about the 21, 22-yard line. Going to be a loss on the play. Bring up a 4th down and a punting situation for the Whippets. Watching this youngster for the Whippets punt before the game. Pretty good punter. Like the Panthers may have got a hand on that. That was a wicked punt, but nevertheless, the Panthers will start at the 49-yard line when we come back. Brassfield is your lone back beside LaMarcus Denson in the backfield. Youngster showed some potential there. Looked pretty good over the last couple of weeks, kind of filling in for Vaughn Jennings while Vaughn's been banged up. But just a sophomore, run the ball pretty hard. So looks like we got a stoppage on the play. Not sure. Did we have a flag on the play?
Yeah, he had 12 men on the field. He run off. That's illegal substitution.
Oh, okay. Okay, we had an illegal substitution. So, nevertheless, we're going to step aside for a second until the officials can figure it out. But we'll be back in just a moment. 1st and 5 after a legal substitution penalty. Marcus is going to keep it and gingerly get back almost to the line of scrimmage. Kosciusko's done a good job of shutting down the run after that first long run by LaMarcus. So it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 5. Vaughn Jennings into the ball game. It's going to be a pitch out to Vaughn. He's looking for some room to the outside. It's going to be hit, and for a loss on the play, he's going to be driven back to about the 50-yard line, where he'll be brought down there, and it's going to be it's going to be about at about the 46 where they're going to mark him at. So bring up a 3rd down and 5 for the Panthers. Offense kind of went stale after that first long run by LaMarcus. Panthers need to get something going here. Kosciusko closing that window down. Is going to throw it down, and pass goes still looking. Looks like they're going to call it incomplete. So to bring up a 4th down and a punting situation for the Panthers. Perez on for the punting for the Panthers. Looks like he got a flag on the play. Looks like that is, what's that called? Illegal substitution on the Panthers. Not sure what that's about, but nevertheless, bring up a 4th and 10, give Perez an extra 5 yards to put his foot into it. So it's been a sloppy ball game early, penalty-wise, on both sides. Just some punt by Perez, going to go down and roll out of bounds at about the 21-yard line. That's where the Whippets will start there, 1st and 10 when we come back. 1st and 10, Whippets at the 21. Gibbs going to be to the first man through. Nope. It's going to be give to the other back, and he's still on his feet out over to the 50s. Pretty shifty there, and he's still on his feet, and finally he's going to be rode down at about the 46-yard line, and that's going to set up the Whippets in good field position with 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. First down, Whippets going to be throwing. Going to throw it up, and looks like pass interference on the Whippet side, but no call. It's going to bring a ball broken up by looks like Jarius White on the breakup there. So we bring up a 2nd down and 10. 2nd and 10. Looks like Whippets may want to change their play, do a little audible or something other there. Got to watch that number 1 on the tall sweep. It's like he's going to be corralled there by Toby Cooper for a loss on the play all the way back to on the Panther side of the ball, the 50. So to bring up a 3rd down and call it 5. 3rd and 15. I'm sorry, I was not paying attention. Looked like a halfback pass, and looks like the Panthers have got it defended well, and looks like a incomplete pass. So bring up a 4th down and a decision time for the Whippets, and looks like they may be jogging on the punt team. Maybe not. Not sure yet, but we'll check it out. We'll be back. 4th and 15. Whippets lined up in a punting situation. Look like they're going to put the foot into it. I tell you what, that youngster was kicking pretty good there before the game, struggling a little bit, but he pinned that one down inside the 10-yard line, so the Panthers got a long field ahead of them. May not have been a pretty punt, but it was an effective one. We'll be back in just a moment. First down, Panthers go empty backfield this time. Trips right, 2 to the left. Going to be a throw out to Vaughn Jennings. He's looking for some running room. It's going to be out over the 10 to, looks like about the 14 or 15. It's going to be a good first down pickup. Bring up a 2nd down, and let's call it 5. Trip to the left this time. The Market's going to barrel it up the middle and run into a big sea of maroon there for no gain. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and let's call it about 4. 3rd and 4. Panthers need a first down here to keep his drive alive. It's going to be a give to Fairfield. Look like he's going to be short of a first down. It's going to bring up a 4th down, and looks like another punting situation for the Panthers. Brassfield, the youngster. Perez on the punt. Brassfield was the youngster that carried the ball. I keep calling him Fairfield for some reason, but nevertheless, Panthers are going to punt the ball out, and Whippets will take over in their own side of the field at the 48 when we come back. 1st and 10, Whippets. Number 2 comes in motion. Going to have to be the 22, the first man through, and like he may have picked up a yard. Looks like Big Katie Walker coming up off the bottom of that pile. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 8. 2nd and 8. Gibbs going to beat to the up back, and he's got some running room. Number 24 on the carry, and he's going to be finally rode down by LaMarcus Netson at about the 21-22 yard line. And that'll be a Whippet first down. First down, Whippets in the red zone. Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be a keep by the quarterback, and he fumbled. He put the ball on the ground. Not sure who's got it. Panthers are. I think maybe the Whippets got back on it. So it's going to bring up a 2nd down. Look like a gain on the play of about 3. Bring up a 2nd down and 7. Second and 7. Gonna be a toss out to number 2. He's looking for some running room. Got some running room. Still on his feet. Down inside the 10. Down to about the 5, where he'll be run out of bounds there, and it'll bring up a 1st and goal situation. 1st and goal at the 4. It's going to be to the 2nd man, and he's going to be down at about the 1. Looks like Katie Walker in on the stop, and that's going to be the last play of the 1st quarter. So into the 1st quarter, Panthers trailing 7-0, and the Whippets knocking on the door. We'll be back with 2nd and goal inside the 1 when we come back. 2nd and goal. Whippets knocking on the door. From give to number 1, and looks like maybe the Panthers have him corralled. They sure didn't get him down. That youngster just would not go down, but Panthers finally stop his progress. I think it's going to be a loss on the play. I'm not sure. I can't even find the ball right now where they marked it at. Looks like it'll be 3rd and goal from the 1, or maybe a yard and a half. Third and goal. You think they'd try to dive it up the middle this time. Quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to be in trouble. He's going to be dropped all the way back to the 10 by Big J Massey. So that'll bring up a 4th down and a decision time for the Whippets. See what they want to do here. Looks like they're going to bring in some substitutions, so we'll have to check that out. We'll be back in just a second. Number 9 on for the Whippets to try a field goal. We're going to have a stop. You know, there's going to be a timeout by the Whippets, maybe to make sure they got all their personnel and everything. So we're going to step aside, and we'll be back in just a moment. Whippets on for the field goal attempt. Snap back, kick is up, and it is no good to the left. So the score remains 7-0. Whippets still leading, but the Panthers come up with a big defensive stop there. We'll be back. Panthers 1st and 10. Gonna run a little power. Fairfield, Brassfield up the middle out to about the 25. Be a gain of 5 and bring up a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Panthers go with a little nasty to the left and it's going to fake it. And Lamarcus looking for some running room and is going to be corralled back at about the 24-yard line. It'll be a loss on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 6. 3rd down along 5. It's going to be to Brassfield up the middle. He's still on his feet. He's out over the 30. He's got enough for a 1st down and a few more. Good hard running by Brassfield for the Panthers. We'll be back. Benson going to keep it himself this time and looking for some running room. He's going to run into some trouble there at about the 28. And be no gain. Bring up a 2nd down at 10.
We had a turnout.
2nd down and 9. Brassfield carries off the left side again. Looks like he may have picked up a yard, maybe 2, before he's going to be corralled there. Defensive front for the Whippets is pretty feisty tonight, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Let's call it long 7. 3rd and 7. Panthers need to pull one out of the hat right here to keep this drive alive. Whippets pinning their ears back and they're coming, and Panthers not going to get anything out of that. Possibly a loss on the play. It's going to bring up a 4th down in a punting situation. Perez on to punt. Now back, kicks away, soccer style. Going to take a good bounce inside the 25 down to about the 24, and that's where the Whippets will start there. 1st and 10. We come back. Whippets 1st and 10. That tall sweep again that's been giving the Panthers fits. It's like a little holding out there on the edge and no call, and number 1 is going to take it to the house. We won't catch him there. No call on the hold. Wait a minute, there is a flag there. Maybe they did see it. So it was a definite hold on the edge. That's the only way he got to the corner. I think it was on Cooper that got hooked. So nevertheless, it's coming back. We was hoping to see that yellow hanky. So that'll be coming back, and we'll check out the call, and we'll be back in just a moment. After the penalty, Whippets go first and about 23, and they get a good bit of that back. Jay Massey in on the stop. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 11. 2nd and 11. Whippets are going to fake it one way and go back the other, and look like they're going to run into some. Must have been a busted play there. Ball is going to be spotted back at about the 21-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and long. 3rd and long. Throwing situation. Got him in, and it's going to be picked off by Jarius White. And he's going to be run out of bounds at about the 21-22-yard line. Jarius White steps in front of it and picks it off, and Panthers are in great field position right now to try to cut into this 7-0 lead when we come back. That's going to bring Trey Davis in motion and the jet sweep, and Marcus is going to be in trouble and is going to be dropped back somewhere around the 24-yard line, and be also in the play of a couple, second down and long. That's going to bring Barlow in motion this time. He's going to fake it, going to throw out to Jennings. Jennings going to carry the ball down inside the 20 down to about the 16-yard line. It's going to be short of the first down. It's going to bring up a third down and let's call it 4. Panthers have Brassfield in the ball game this time. It's going to be given to Brassfield. He's going to plunge the ball right up the middle, and he's going to have the ball down inside the 10, and that should be enough for a Panther first down. First and goal at the 9 for the Panthers. It was going to be to fake and a keep by the Marcus, and Panther Whippets have done a great job of him and LaMarcus up after that first long run. It's going to be a loss on the play and bring up a second down and 11. Second down. Yeah, it's going to be the Brassfield. He's going to carry up the middle, and he's going to plunge down inside the 5, I think, down to about the 3. Depends on the spot. It's going to bring up a third down and goal. Let's call it right at the 4. And I'm not sure what happened, but Kosciusko come out of there and said they had the ball, and Panthers were headed back to the huddle, and I'm not sure what that's all about. Well, yeah, you know where we're playing at, so nevertheless, it's going to be first and 10 for Kosciusko at the about the 3-yard line. I guess we were getting too close to score, and they had to come up with something. So, nevertheless, Whippets will take over there, first and 10. First and 10, Whippets. Gibbs going to be the first man through. Looks like a big KD Walker in on the stop. Bring up a second down and long. Second and 10. Number 1 scampers out to about the 6 or 7 yard line, and got a flag come in late. Not sure what that's all about, but gonna check that out. We'll be back. Had a personal foul face mask on the Panthers. Going to move the ball out to about the 24, and they're going to try to run it up the middle. And the Panthers picked up a fumble, but I don't guess we're going to get the credit for it. Nevertheless, it's going to be no gain on play. Going to bring up a second down and 10. Well, it's the end of the play. Panthers got hit with a sideline warning. So I guess it's going to be one of those nights, folks. So buckle up and stay with us. Gibbs going to be right up the middle this time, and looks like big Bashawn Washington and KD Walker in on the stop. It's going to bring up a third down, and let's call it 4. Third down and 4. Gibbs going to be the number 1. He's going to be corralled there by big KD Walker. KD's having an awesome ball game tonight at the nose guard spot. Going to bring up a 4th down and about 4.
Leading the punt for the Whippets.
4th down punting situation for the Whippets. Punter gets it out of there. It's going to take a backwards Panther bounce and died about the 43-yard line. That's where the Panthers will take over with 1 minute left before the end of the first half. So see if the Panthers want to try to come up with something in the next minute or try to take it to halftime. We'll be back. Marcus Nitzen rolling to the left, looking, going to throw it up, and looks like A little bumping going on, but it was both ways, so good no call on that. It's going to go incomplete. Bring up a second down and 10. Marcus throws out into the, got Crocker wide open, and he's still on his feet. He's at the 40. He's down to the 30 and going to be run out at about the 25, and that's going to be enough for a Panther first down. That's David Crocker. I think he got overlooked out there, and I think Kosciusko forgot about him, and he scampers down to about the 25-yard line. Panthers have 43 seconds left. Try to do something here before the end of the half. I think the Panthers still have at least one timeout left, maybe two. We'll have to check on that. Marcus looking. He's going to throw it up over the middle, and it's going to go. It's going to be intercepted in the end zone by number 7, and that's going to end the scoring threat by the Panthers. So I didn't even see a Panther in the area of that pass. So maybe fail, what I was told. So Whippets will have the ball first and 10 at the 20 with 36 seconds of their own. Panthers can't afford to fall asleep right here. The Panthers got burned a couple weeks ago against Southeast Lauderdale on the end of the half play that really burned them pretty good that night. So he was going to be the first man through, and he's tagging and tugging, and looks like Katie Walker in on the stop again. 25 seconds left in the first half. Looks like the Whippets may try to get another play off here. Looks like the Whippets are shuffling to players on real quick. We're down to 10 seconds and counting. This may be the end of the last play of the first half. Gibbs is going to be the first man through again, and looks like he's going to be brought down again. Looks like KD Walker, and getting up off the pile again. So that's the end of your first half. Kind of a sloppy first half both ways. Kosciusko with a 7-0 lead on the first drive of the ball game. So Panthers will be getting the ball to start the second half. So sit back and we're going to check the halftime show out, and we'll be back with the second half in just a bit. Panthers will be receiving the second half. Here comes the Whippets. And we've got a stoppage on the play. May have had an offsides. Check that out. Looks like it is going to be an offside. So back it up 5 and re-kick it again. 5-yard mark off. Whippets will be kicking from the 35 this time. There's your kick. Come to be taken there by, looks like LaMarcus Denson. They're going to carry out to about the 30 where he brought down there, and that's where the Panthers will start first and 10. We come back. Whippets come out in a 5-man front. Give the Panthers fits first half. At time trying to run the ball. Just like Fairfield's going to be Crashfield's going to be rode down by number 74 for a loss on the play. Going to bring up a second down and long. Second down 10. Going to be a keep by LaMarcus, and he's going to run into a sea of maroon there. Looks like no gain on the play. It's going to bring up a third down and 10. Third down, about 8. Going to be another keep by LaMarcus off the left side, and he's going to be out to about the 35-yard line. That's where, just like where it's going to stall out, and Panthers will be faced with a punting situation. We'll be back. Perez back for the punting duties. Snaps back, kicks away, kind of off the right side, and Going to take a Panther bounce down inside the 40, down inside the 30, just inside the 30. Be down there by Farquhar, and that's where the Whippets will take over when we come back. First down Whippets at the 30-yard line. It'll be a give to the first man through, and he's off to the races. I don't think the Panthers will catch him. I think the Panthers just finally quit running, and quickly the Whippets are going to step out to a 13-0 lead, waiting on the extra point coming up. Some 70-yard scamper by that youngster from the Kosciusko. Extra point's good, so Whippets lead 14-0 with 9:34 left to go in the third quarter. We'll be back with the kickoff. Whippets ready for the kickoff. Looks like the Panthers have got their crew out ready to go. It's going to be looks like kind of an onside kick. It went out of bounds, and it looks like the Panthers will have it there at about the 40-yard line. Looks like Creel may have come up with it, so nevertheless, Panthers have it, 1st and 10. First and 10 Panthers. Brassfield's going to run into a big number 74 there for a stop on a play for no gain to bring up 2nd and 10. Second down, 10. Panthers looking at a nasty formation. Had a bad exchange there, and looks like LaMarcus is going to go down for a loss on the play, way back to about the 32-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 19 when we come back. Third down long. DeMarcus looking to throw. He's got number 17 open, and ball goes incomplete. Bring up 4th down and a punting situation. Perez on the punt for the Panthers again. It's had a busy night tonight. Perez kick it right to number 7, and he's looking. He's got some running room on the Panther sideline. Finally going to be ridden out of bounds down at about the 45-yard line in Kosciusko territory. So we'll be back. Legal block in the back is called. At the end of that play, it's going to put the ball back in on the other side of the field, and looks like the Whippets are on the warpath again with the run, and finally the Panthers run them out down at about the 38-yard line. It's going to be enough for a Whippet 1st down. They look like they got their running game going, and in a big way. In 2 plays, they have taken a big chunk out of the Panthers in this third quarter. First and 10 Whippets is going to be the first man through, and he's going to barrel down to about the 29-yard line. Going to be close to another 1st down. 2nd down and 1 for the Whippets. Be a tall sweep, and looks like they had Dedrick Evans blowed that play up in the backfield for a loss. Going to bring up a 3rd down and let's call it 7. 3rd down and 8. Panthers need a big stop right here. Try to get the ball back. Going to be a pass. Back looking. Man right over the middle, wide open, but couldn't hold on to it. Going to bring up a 4th down and a decision time for the Whippets. 4th down, Whippets going to roll the dice. Going to try it and going to throw it up to number 10, and he's going to be in there for a Whippet touchdown. And quickly, the Whippets going to step out to a 20-0 lead, and waiting on the extra point coming up. Number 9 on for the extra point. And it is good. 21-0. 6:20 left to go in the third quarter. The game's starting to get out of hand a little bit. Panthers need to come back and put one on the board and turn this thing around. We'll be back. Barlow and Jennings back deep to return. It's going to be a squib kick. Going to be taken by Creel. He's looking for some running room. It's going to be corralled right at the 25-yard line. That's where the Panthers will start there, 1st and 10, when we come back. Henson goes one back set. It's going to throw over the middle and into the dirt, intended for Barlow. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. 2nd down and 10. Back looking to throw again. He's got Barlow, and he's going to be corralled. Barely did get back to the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. 3rd and 10. Benson back looking to throw again. He's going to throw it up and got a man open and got Trey Davis, and he is going to the house. Look back, I don't see any flags on the plate. Trey Davis Jr. from Morton. Wait a minute. See a flag back here. Should have known that. I'm not sure what was the call.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
Ineligible receiver downfield. That's horrible. That's horrible. But nevertheless, look where we're playing at. So the ball's coming back. Negate that great pitch and catch from looking at it on the replay now, trying to check that out. But nevertheless, be a 5-yard mark off and bring up a 3rd down at 15. 3rd and long. The marker's back looking to throw. Looking. Gonna throw it up. And I'm sure there wasn't a penalty flag for the Panthers on that play, but nevertheless, be a 4th down and a punting situation for the Panthers. Punting situation for the Panthers. Perez back. Gets it away from there. Ball is going to bounce inside the 40. It's going to be picked up by number 7. He's going to be corralled there immediately. Back to the 30-yard line. And looks like that's where the Whippets will start there, and we come back. Panthers back on defense. Pitched out. Running back still on his feet. And finally going to be ridden out of bounds by Jarius White. A little jaw-jacking going on there. I don't know why they allowing that to go on, but nevertheless, bring up a 2nd down and 2nd down and 11, so he lost a yard.
Lost of a yard over there.
2nd down and 11. And we got a stoppage on the play. Panthers are going to take a timeout. Had some personnel trying to shuffle in and out, so we'll be back in just a moment. Second down and 11 as we come back. Number 24 on the carry, looking for some running room. Looks like he's going to find some to the outside, but he slipped right at the 30-yard line. So good fortune for the Panthers there, because he looked like he had some running room out there on the edge. It's going to bring up a 3rd down, and let's call it 10. 3rd and 9. Whippets looking to throw. Back, looking, and ball's going to go incomplete. So we'll bring up a 4th and 9 and a punting situation for the Whippets. Whippets back to punt. Going to get the ball out of there. It's going to take a offward to the right side bounce, and the ball's going to go out of bounds and going to be marked at about the 45. That's where the Panthers will start there when we come back. Panthers 1st and 10. The marker's back looking to throw. Now he's going to run it. He's got some few yards out there close to the 50, so it's going to be a gain on the play of let's call it 5 and bring up a 2nd down at 5. Second and 5. The marker's back looking to throw and almost picked off by number 19, intended for Barlow. Would have been short of the 1st down, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5. 3rd down. The marker's looking to throw, and ball's going to go incomplete. It's going to bring up a 4th down and decision time for the Panthers. Perez on to do the punting. Perez may catch a cramp. He's punted so much tonight. Flag on the play. Sure, the Panthers did something wrong. Nevertheless, we'll see what the penalty is going to be. Looks like it's going to be, something on the Panthers. So it's going to bring up a 4th down and 10. Ball back at the 45. Perez getting another opportunity to boom one. Going to kick it back down inside the 20, down inside the 10. It's going to be downed at the 1-yard line by Trey Davis. Looks like he's the youngster that got down there and spotted the ball. So Whippets will have 99 yards of real estate in front of them. So 54-yard punt by Perez. Good job of him. We'll be back. My statistician was wrong. It was a 59-yard punt. Had to add that penalty yardage back in. So Panthers look like they he got close. Downed it back in. He got it maybe back to the line of scrimmage at the 1. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. 2nd and 10. Panthers get a safety right here. It'd be something on the board for us. Gibbs is going to be to the 1st man through, number 2. He's going to pick up a yard or 2. Going to bring up a 3rd down and let's call it 7. Youngster for the Whippets down, but got him up and he's off on his own power. 3rd down and 7 for the Whippets in the shadows of their own goal line. It's going to be a gift to the 2nd man through, and the Marcus is going to knife him down there at about the 9-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th down and a long 2. Whippets in punt formation. Had a stoppage on the play. Not sure what that was. Going to be a false start on the Whippets, so that's going to back them up 5 or half the distance, however you want to do that. So we'll back them up, and we'll be back with the punt. Punting situation, 20-something seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Hunter gets it out of there, and looks like the Panthers are going to let it bounce, and it's going to be down at about the 41-yard line. So Panthers pretty good field position if they can take advantage of it when we come back. Well, after all the commotion, looks like we've had an ejection by Kosciusko, personal foul by Kosciusko, which has moved the ball down inside the 30 to about the 26-yard line, and the Panthers just threw an incomplete pass. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. As we're going to stay with it here. The Marcus is going to carry it right up the middle, finds a little running room. It's going to be down close to 1st down at about the 15-yard line. No, I had to check the spot and see where he's at. Somebody's slow getting up. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. Looks like LaMarcus comes up hobbling. So that's the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in just a moment. As we begin the fourth quarter, Justin Creel's into the ball game at quarterback spot to LaMarcus Denson come up a little bit limp, maybe a cramp. Looks like LaMarcus is coming back into the ball game, so that'll get him a little bit of a breather. Now we got looks like we got Brassfield come up a little gimp, so he's being replaced. So looks like we got Brandon White into the ball game for the Panthers. He's a good-looking freshman. Got to see him a couple times last week carry the ball. So looks like a fumble on the play. Going to be picked up by the Panthers. Going to bring up a third down and let's call it 6. Third down and 6. Marcus is going to barrel it up the middle again. I think the Panthers, I'm not sure about that. That play just has not really developed since early in the ball game, and it's just like running into a sea of maroon. So it's going to bring up a fourth down and 4. It's decision time for the Panthers. Panthers going to go for it here. Bring Justin Creel back into the ball game at quarterback. Going to throw the ball and going to go incomplete. Intended for Trey Davis over the middle, and the Panthers will turn it over on downs at that point. Sure, the Whippets would love to run some clock right now, leading 21-0. Panthers has not made a real big threat, scoring a couple of drives, got down inside the red zone, but Panthers has not been able to come away with any points. Just under 10 minutes left to go in the ball game now, and Kosciusko is facing a 2nd and 10 at just inside the 10-yard line. So it's going to be give to the first man. Nope, it's going to be a pitch out to number 24, and he's still on his feet, and looks like he's going to be finally brought down by White, but not before he gets out close to midfield, and that's going to be another Whippet first down. First down Whippets right at the 49-yard line. Gift going to be a quarterback keeper, and he's going to pick up about 3, maybe 4. Finally, it's going to be blow dead. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 5 for the Whippets. 2nd down and 5. Quarterback keeper again. Got a different quarterback in there. He's a little bit more shifty, and he runs the ball pretty well. It's going to be a first down for the Whippets. First down Whippets. Got 2 men moving in the backfield. There you go. We got the penalty flag. Had 2 to make a move at the same time, and going to be a false start on the Whippets. They hadn't made a lot of mistakes in the second half. They've cleaned their game up a pretty good bit, and can bring up a first down and 15.
First and 15 for the Whippets.
15 going to give the ball going backside. Ken Jennings is there for the stop. The youngster for the Whippets still on his feet though, and picks up about 3 yards, maybe 4. Before it be finally rolled out. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 13. Second down. Going to be another quarterback keeper. He's found the edge, and he's going to be finally run out of bounds down at about the 26-yard line. It's going to be enough for another whip it first down. 1st and 10 whippets after a timeout. Gibbs going to be the number 28, and he's got some running room to the outside. Finally going to be knifed down by Trey Davis, but not before he picks up another whippet first down. 1st and 10 whippets. Quarterback keeper, he's looking for the edge, and he's found it, and he's going to be inside the 10, turn out somewhere around the 8-yard line. It's going to bring up a 2nd down, and let's call it 6. Had another false start by the Whippets. It's going to move the ball back. Going to bring up a 2nd down and about 12. 2nd down and 11. Gibbs going to be the number 19, the first man through, still on his feet. Finally be rolled down at the 10. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 9. Third down and 8 for the Whippets. Panthers love to get a stop right here. Stop the bleeding a little bit. Gibbs going to be on number 33, it looks like. 23. Going to be run out of bounds at about the 2 or 3 yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th down and a long 2. 4th and 2, and the Whippets going to roll the dice and go. Quarterback's going to keep, and he finds, looks like he's going to be run out of bounds short of the first down, and the Panthers will take over there, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Panthers. Gibbs going to be to Brandon White, looking for some room. He cuts back, and it's going to be out over the 10 to about the 11. Be a good first down pickup for the Panthers. 2:49 left to go in the ball game. Gives to Brandon White again. He's looking for some room back to this side this time. He's out over the 20 and going to go out at about the 21-yard line. That'll be enough for a Panther first down. First down, Panthers. Gibbs going to be to Brandon White again. He's found some more running room out over the 30 to about the 35, and that's going to be enough for another Panther first down. Creel running the offense now at the quarterback spot. Brandon White looking for some room out to the left side or right side this time. Going to pick up a gain of a couple, maybe 3. Going to bring up a 2nd down, and let's call it 7. Creel going to keep his time to the left side. He got some running room. He's out over the 50, down to about the 40. Still on his feet. Finally going to be run out of bounds down at about the 33-yard line, and that'll be enough for a Panther first down. 1st and 10, Panthers. Creel looking, throwing over the middle, intended for Barlow. It's going to go incomplete. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. 1:01 left to go in the ball game. Second and 10. Gibbs going to be to Brandon White. He's going to be down inside the 30, down to about the 26, 27-yard line. It's going to be a good pickup there. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 3. 3rd and 3, down about 35 seconds left to go in the ball game. Gibbs going to be to Brandon again. He's got some room at the corner. He's still on his feet. He's going to be down. Looks like at about the 10-yard line. That'll be enough for another Panther first down. Panthers hustle to the line. They might be able to get a couple plays off here with 23 seconds left. At least get on the board here with a few seconds left on the clock. Brandon White's going to pick up the bad snap and take it down to about the 3-yard line. Panthers need to call the timeout here if they want to stop it. Panthers are going to stop the clock with 5 seconds. 4 point. They just continue to run the clock. Come on now, give us an opportunity to score here. Keep running the clock, dribbling it away on us. Panthers would love to get in the end zone right here. May have 1, maybe 2 plays. Just have to see what kind of plays the Panthers call here with 4.5 seconds left to go in the ball game. Probably your last play of the ball game. Looks like it's going to be a sack on the play. They brought a blitz, and that's going to run out the clock. And Whippet is going to win this one tonight, 21-0. Panthers made a gallant effort right there at the very end. A lot of second unit in, and give it a good try there, but come up a little bit short. Now the Panthers are in the playoffs now, so we don't know if we're going to be a 2nd, 3rd, or 4th seed. So that'll be determined with the game's outcomes tomorrow night and some of them tonight. So nevertheless, we will be in action next week somewhere. We may be at Hazelhurst. We may be at Port Gibson. We may be at Jefferson Davis. You just don't know. So we will find all that out in the next night upcoming, and we hope to see you next week wherever we're at. Probably going to be on the road, but you never know. We still could be a number 2 seed, so a lot of stuff to be happening between now and then. So for Donovan Alford, this is James O'Kane from Kosciusko, Mississippi. Your final score, Kosciusko 21, Panthers nothing. We hope to see you next week as we start the playoffs. We'll see you next week. Have a good night, good week, and God bless.